whose contract numbers are slipping. Honestly, your way of doing things just doesn't fit with how we operate here. Maybe you'd do better somewhere else. Yes, I understand. Oh, it's from Fukada.
Took him long enough to notice.
What a peaceful morning. I'm Keiichi Sato. I work in sales at Doki Doki Corp, selling security systems. Hello? This is Sato speaking.
Good morning. Have you had time to think over my offer?
It was Nagisa Saegusa, CEO of Tokimeki Secure, one of the top companies in the field. Good morning. I have, but to be honest, I'm still undecided.
I understand. It's a big decision, so take your time.
Thank you. It's a generous offer, no doubt. But now, I need to focus on my current job. You asked to see me? Yeah, we need to talk about your sales numbers. Your contracts are still behind target. You're dealing with major clients, but your numbers aren't showing it. Are you really trying here? If there's a problem, you need to report it to me. Otherwise, it just causes trouble. Yes, sir. But all my deals are moving forward as planned. Still, you've missed targets the last 2 months in a row. Honestly, your way of doing things just doesn't fit with how we operate here. Maybe you'd do better somewhere else. What? If you want to stay, you'll have to follow my way. Maybe this is the right timing for me. I understand. Thank you for everything, sir. And just like that, I left the company. The days flew by with handovers and saying goodbye to clients. And before I knew it, my last day was here. 1 month later.
Alright then. Let's move ahead with that. Your phone's been buzzing for a while. If it's urgent, go ahead and take it.
Oh, thank you. Huh? It's from Fukada.
Took him long enough to notice. Actually, perfect timing. I've got a few things to say. Mind putting it on speaker?
Sure. Hey, what the heck have you been doing? You never told me you were making such flexible deals with your clients.
Calling this late and this often? Maybe you should think about how much you're bothering him.
What? Is that Miss Saegusa? Why are you answering Sato's phone? Well, actually, I've joined Tokimeki Secure. Wait, they hired you? Even I couldn't get it. How the hell did he pull it off?
I worked with Sato on a project once, actually. I saw real potential in him, so I decided to headhunt him. I already know how he ended up leaving. Your approach just didn't match his, right? So don't come running to him now. I'd appreciate it if you stopped contacting him.
But this mess is all because of him. All contract terms were cleared with previous managers before I left. I also explained all the flexible arrangements during handover, and everything's documented. You even signed off on those papers. I'm not with the company anymore, so I don't think it's fair to put this on me now.
Looks like that's something for your team to sort out.
Wait, but... No. If I ask him for help now, I'll owe him big time. But if I can somehow fix this on my own, maybe Saegusa will actually start taking me seriously. And who knows? She might even consider me joining her team. Yeah, if I play this right. I understand. Sorry for the trouble.
Sorry to interrupt, but another one of Sato's former clients has just canceled their contract. From what I've heard, it was another case where he handled things flexibly, and Yamada took over the account and followed the manual to the letter. And that's probably what caused the trouble. We might end up losing all the clients he used to handle.
I see. Once I looked into the complaints, it hit me. He built every deal on genuine trust. But by the time I figured that out, it was already too late. I should have reviewed the handover files myself and not passed it off to someone. It's fine. I'll lock in a new deal with one of the big players. If we can land something bigger than anything Sato ever did, we'll be able to boost both our profits and reputation.
Well then, we'll leave it to you.
Alright, I'll set up the meeting right away. We can cut your upfront costs by 30%, and save you about $1,400 a year on running expenses. We're confident in our pricing, delivery times, and customer support. And with the savings, you could even add our most popular optional feature. This would be the best choice for your company.
It definitely sounds good. On paper, at least.
What?
Actually, Sato dropped by the other day. He really took the time to understand what we needed. He only recommended features that were truly useful for us, and helped us lower our overall costs. He even factored in compatibility with our older equipment, and made a proposal that looked 5, even 10 years ahead. Honestly, we felt like we could really count on him for the long run. So this time, we're planning to go with Tokimeki Secure.
What?
If your offer had been better, whether on price or service, we might have reconsidered. But honestly, your pitch felt like it was just about the short term. So unfortunately, we'll have to decline this time.
I see. A few days later. I've gone to pitch several companies, but every single one has turned me down. I had no choice but to go back to the clients Sato used to handle and ask them to continue. But with all the time that's passed, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. If we lose this connection, we'll lose all the ties to the big players. I just can't let that happen. I'd like to sincerely apologize for the way things were handled earlier. We understand it affected your trust in us. Based on your feedback, we've reviewed and improved our approach. Here's the updated proposal. We can shorten delivery times and offer flexible maintenance options. If possible, we'd truly appreciate it if you'd consider giving us another opportunity.
We appreciate the offer, but there's one thing I happen to remember. When Sato was here, he personally came to the site on installation day and stayed throughout the whole process. And he even suggested layout changes, thinking ahead about future workflow problems. He really paid attention to the details.
He did all that? No wonder he worked slower than others.
That level of care left a strong impression on us. We thought, if your company has people like him, it must be reliable. But now, since the new person took over and ignored the site, our staff are unhappy about it. To be honest, things went more smoothly when Sato was in charge. But at this point, we just don't feel we can trust your company anymore.
But to prevent the same problems, we've added new features.
Even if you did, what if something else goes wrong? Look, if you keep ignoring what's happening on site and only act on what's convenient for you, we just can't keep working like this. So, I'm afraid we'll have to end the contract. We heard Sato moved to Tokimeki Secure, so we're considering going with them. No. Thanks again for everything you've done for us.
I had no idea Sato was valued that much. Now all our major clients are gone. I gotta find another way in. Gotta land a big name client somehow. Wait a sec. Isn't that big system bid coming up? The one for Tokide Store's new mega complex. I heard a bunch of big players are gonna be there. If I can score something there, I might just hit my target and open the door to some new big deals. Yeah, this could be my only shot. Hello, this is Sato from Tokimeki Secure. Oh, I used to be with Doki Doki Corp. Thanks for all your support back then. Really? That means a lot, thank you. I'd be happy to come by and talk. When would be convenient for you? Great, I'll see you then.
Is this about a new contract?
Yeah, some clients who were with Doki Doki. They heard good things about me and wanted to talk.
How many is that this week? Seems like contracts are shifting more over from Doki Doki.
Yeah, even the big clients I handled signed with us. I thought those connections were gone when I switched jobs, but they're coming back now.
That's because you've always valued trust and long-term relationships with your clients. By the way, how's a new product for the Tokide Store joint bid coming?
I reached out to the companies I know, and they're all willing to help us.
That's great to hear. This is where all your hard work really shows. Let's give it our best shot at the joint bid.
Absolutely. And so, the day of the joint bid arrived.
Thanks for coming to our joint bidding event. First up is Doki Doki Corp's presentation.
Our proposal is an improved version of the current model you're using. We analyzed and fixed the issues so it's much more stable now. We also cut operating costs by 15%, and it's easier to install on site. To get into the specifics...
That was a very thorough and impressive presentation. Thank you.
Good. Sounds like they liked it. We have plenty of stock of the current model, so just improving it won't cost much. We can cut storage costs too. It's really a win-win.
Next up is Tokimeki Secure.
We are proposing a new model based on the current one, but improved. We passed all the real user feedback from the field to our development team, and made fixes accordingly. For example, people told us it was hard to predict crowd flow during busy hours. So we customized the AI behavior prediction model. It's highly customizable, and we can adjust at any time to fit your specific needs. Over time, things like visitor numbers, times, and environment change, and thanks to input from many companies, our product can flexibly adapt to that. Here are the specifics.
That was an excellent proposal. Thank you.
Just to confirm, the design and support you have now are done by Sato, who was with our company. Wasn't there a time when the malfunction rate got pretty high and caused some problems?
Yes, there were. But Sato was the one who carefully tracked down all those issues more than anyone else. Without his feedback, our new model wouldn't be what it is today.
Sayagusa.
During that tough period, he quietly compiled error logs on his own, always pushing for quick fixes for the people working on site. But let me ask, while Sato was working that hard, what exactly were you doing as his manager?
I
want to sincerely apologize to Dokide's store for all the trouble we caused. Not only did you continue the contract with us, but also giving us the opportunity to be part of such an important project. That experience taught me something important, that sales isn't just about chasing numbers, but about truly listening to people. So this time, I've taken everything I learned and put it into a product I can confidently stand behind.
It's really impressive how much you've learned and grown from your past mistakes.
No, I was just doing what anyone should do.
Saying it was just the right thing to do, and actually doing it. That really shows who you are. Alright, moving on to the next presentation.
A few hours later.
Alright, that's the last presentation. Thank you all for the excellent work. We'll get back to you with the results soon, so please bear with us for now.
The vibe seemed good. Can't wait for the results. Looks like they ended up choosing another company. I was hoping to get on a big client's radar, but the other companies didn't seem too interested. Why isn't this working?
Mikata, Hino wants to see you. He wants you to come to his office right away.
What? Why would he want to see me? Yeah, I'm on my way. This is Fukada. Sorry to interrupt. Wait, why are you two here?
There you are. Do you know why I called you here?
No, not really.
I heard you told Sato he should consider quitting. Mind telling me why?
Right, about that. It's just... he was struggling with sales and didn't seem very confident. I told him he could come to me if he needed help, but he said he was fine. So I figured, either he could try improving by following my lead, or if he wanted to stick to his own way of doing things, maybe he'd be better off somewhere else. That's all I meant.
Alright, I get what you're saying. But wasn't he in charge of handling our big-name clients?
That's correct, but most of those accounts were small scale. Few contracts and low value overall. They weren't anywhere close to hitting quota.
Yes, boosting sales is important, but it's not the only thing that matters.
What?
My priority is always to listen carefully to the client, provide the most fitting solution, and follow through sincerely and respectfully. Of course, I understand that monthly targets are important, but if you focus too much on that, it turns into something that's more about you than the client. I've made that mistake before too. Since then, I focused on building trust and long-term relationships. And Kido recognized that and gave me a confidential task. It was related to the joint presentation event, and the goal was to build ties with the companies essential to our upcoming product.
He told me that even small contracts were fine, as long as they helped us build those relationships.
What? I didn't know anything about that. No one told me about it.
We couldn't risk word getting out, so I only told a few people. I heard Sato was leaving, but I was told the handover was taken care of, so I wasn't worried. But after checking, I found out that all the contracts he worked so hard to secure were canceled. It's hard to believe the trust he built fell apart in less than 2 months. So, how are you going to explain the way you've been managing your team?
Well...
And I've heard you just messed up at that joint pitch, too. There's rumors going around from the participating companies questioning our sales approach. Because of that, our company's reputation is taking a hit. Clients are saying they can't trust us when we just leave problems so the reps and management doesn't step in. And now, we're getting a flood of contract cancellation requests.
What? You're telling me it's really just because of that?
You might think it's no big deal, but we're dealing with security equipment here. If something goes wrong, it could affect our clients' assets, or worse, even people's lives. And you're leaving things to the reps, only stepping in after problems have escalated? Put yourself in the client's shoes. Wouldn't you be worried? Even before Sato joined us, a lot of companies were reaching out wanting to talk. But in the past week, the number of inquiries has been crazy. We don't even have enough people to keep up. This is what happens when you care more about quick profits and ignore the important stuff. He's been really careful with those relationships and built up a lot of trust.
Ugh. Looks like you're not convinced, but the fact is, your management and handling have caused damage to our company. We'll be bringing this up at the board meeting to decide if any disciplinary action is needed.
What? My career. I've worked so hard for this. It'll all be gone. In that case, I'll just quit. I'm leaving.
So after that, Fukada basically ran off and quit. He thought his career would carry him into another job easy. But word got around fast, and now no one wants to hire him. Even his wife left him, and now he's living alone.
I can't believe my whole life changed over one tiny contract. I really thought chasing short-term gains was a smart move. Didn't think I'd end up losing everything.
Hey, congrats on closing the Tokyo deal. You sounded super confident in that meeting today. Kinda impressive, actually.
Huh? Thanks, but I don't really know how to handle compliments like that.
What if I told you I meant it?
Enjoyed the video?
Then smash that like button and subscribe.